Today I'm going to be going through General Chemistry Lab 1, which is just tests, measurements, techniques for performing labs at your own house. Setting everything up, this is basically just a few different calculations of base units, which is going to be length. We're going to be looking at centimeters of a few objects. Before I start, just real quick, safety, probably overkill. We're handling just a little bit of glass. I'm going to be looking at temperature, so I'm going to be specifically doing hot water, boiling water, freezing water. Just be careful. I do have my goggles on in case I drop glass. I don't want it shattering in my eye. Obviously, don't burn yourself when you're doing boiling water. But like I said, probably overkill with doing everything. We're not handling any chemicals, so I really don't need gloves, but just, why not? So just setting things up, I do have the ruler we're going to be using. We're going to be looking at centimeters of a few household objects, just CD, regular CD, a room key or house key, also a spoon and a fork, which I have right here. We're going to be doing that. I'm also going to be looking at a few mass measurements. We're going to be just doing estimates, a couple of the same things, a key, a ballpoint pen. So I do have my scale that is going to give us some grams of those. And then, like I said, we're going to be doing temperature of a few things around the house. So let me just dive right into it. First off, we're just looking at the length in centimeters of the CD. It really doesn't specify, so I'm just going to try to be as accurate as I can be right through the middle to give us an accurate length here. So, as close as I can tell, trying to go straight through the middle, we're pretty close to 12 centimeters. Obviously, it's going to have a little bit of inaccuracy built into that, but that's about as close as I can tell, just straight through the middle. Next thing, we're looking at a house key, which is looking pretty much 5 centimeters. I mean, might be off just a little bit. And then we'll look at a fork, and then lastly a spoon. And this fork I'm picking is looking to be about 18 centimeters, and then the spoon is actually right about the same. There must be a set. So for both of those, right about 18 centimeters for both of them. Obviously, that's not as accurate as we can be, but we are using just a ruler here, so that's without getting crazy, about as accurate as we can get. Let me go ahead and get the scale fired up, and we're going to be looking at a key and then also the ballpoint pen that I was using. Again, no need to really use goggles, anything yet. I'm not handling any glass at all. So make sure we have this on. Hit the tare button. Make sure it's at 0.0 grams, which it is right now. So I've got the key. We're going to see what we got, which is telling me right now it's at 8.6. Let me try it one more time. Just make sure we're trying to be as accurate as we can be with the tools we have. And again, 8.6 grams for that key. So let me jot that one down. And then last, make sure we're at 0 again. I'm going to use the pen I've been using. And it's telling me we're at 11.2. I'll take it off, double check it, just make sure I didn't, add some extra weight to it when I was putting it down. And again, it's the same, so we'll go ahead and jot that one down as well. Now for the very last thing I'm going to do, I have limited time, so I obviously don't have time to measure every single thing in the lab, but I am going to just get the the hottest that my tap water will get out of the faucet. So go ahead, like I said, overkill, just putting this on, making sure if I do drop something, it's not going to shatter into my eye. I do have a thermometer here that is going to tell me the temperature in Fahrenheit, and then also the measuring device that the lab came with. So bear with me just a second, I'll get this fired up. Alright, so if y'all heard the beeping that you could hear on my end, what that means is that the temperature actually rose and then leveled out. So we're looking at 105.8, that is Fahrenheit, so I am going to have to convert that. But we're looking, the hottest my tap water is going to get is at 105.8. So I'll go ahead and jot that down. Obviously we didn't use any chemicals, like I said. I didn't break the glass or burn myself, so we did well there. And other than that, this lab, like I said, is just a very rough entry into general chemistry, showing you that there's always going to be an accuracy in anything you measure. Anything that has human hands on it or tools built by humans is going to have inaccuracy. So just going through the different things we use. I measured centimeters of a few household objects. Also got some weight as well. And then also temperature measured in Fahrenheit, which I am going to have to convert. So see you next time.